Today we are going to be talking about the Earth's natural resources, and we're going to watch a short video, but I want you to pay close attention to the different ways that the video talks about that we can save some of Earth's natural resources. There we go.
Welcome to Kids Academy.
Hello, boys and girls. Today, we will learn how to protect natural resources. Natural resources are very important for living things. Humans, animals, and plants need natural resources in order to survive. This is why conservation is so important. Conservation is the protection of natural resources. What happens if we don't conserve important things such as water and clean air? This can lead to scarcity. Scarcity is when there is not enough of something. Look at this dry land. There is not enough water to grow healthy plants due to water scarcity. This is also called a drought. You can help prevent water scarcity by conserving water. Conservation also prevents pollution. Pollution makes our natural resources, such as air and water, dirty and unsafe to use. We need energy, such as natural gas and electricity, to use things in our home. Televisions, stoves, and refrigerators need energy in order to work. Natural resources, such as coal or gas, are burned in order to produce energy. The smoke spreads into the air, which can be bad for the environment. Some energy companies use solar power or energy from the sun instead.
Remember, we talked about that last week. What is
Wind
solar
power
energy?
can also be used to
Energy
create
from
electricity.
The sun.
You can save energy by reducing the amount of electricity that you use. The less energy we use, the less we need to produce. So how can we conserve natural resources? Here's a few tips. Walk or ride your bike instead of riding in cars or buses. Vehicle smoke can cause pollution. Use less water. You can turn off the water while you wash your hands or brush your teeth. Turn off things that use electricity when you are not using them. Use sunlight instead of electric light. Together, we can protect the earth and its resources through conservation. How can you conserve water and energy at home? Tell us in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
They probably have like 3 subscribers.
Okay, so tell me, what is a resource? What does the word resource mean?
Point.
Franklin, don't yell it out.
Things that are limited, and if you don't do the right things, then they'll be less limited.
They'll be less limited. Okay, Jesse, what's a resource?
A non-renewable thing.
You think it's a non-renewable thing? Okay. Does anybody have anything different? Gatlin?
Something that you can use.
Something that you can use. So yes, a resource is something useful that we can find in nature. So if a resource is something we can use in nature, or something that we can use in general. What is a natural resource? Avery? Water. Okay. Franklin?
Grass.
Grass. Paxton? Trees. Jesse?
Cows.
Cows. Okay. Gallon?
Anything that we can use within nature.
Anything that we can use that's from nature, that's a natural resource. It's something that's on the earth that we can use. So we said some examples of natural resources. Can anybody give me any more? Someone said water, someone said trees. Not the sun. Franklin?
What was I gonna say? Chicken.
Chickens, okay.
Air.
Air,
Pigs.
pigs, dirt, ducks, heat from the sun. What's that word? What's energy from the sun? What's it called? Solar. Solar energy. So some examples of natural resources can be air, water, plants, and animals. So why do you think natural resources are so important to us? Why are they so important? How can we use them? Jesse?
We live off of them.
Because we live off of them. Okay, what else? Why are they so important to us? Do they keep us alive?
Yeah.
Does air keep us alive?
Yes.
And water?
Yes.
And plants and animals?
Well, animals do what people do.
But do we eat some animals? What are some animals that we eat?
Cows.
Deer? Not cats. Okay, stop. So these natural resources are very important because they provide us with everything that we need to live. So we talked about what a resource is, what a natural resource is. So what is a renewable natural resource? So what do you think the word renewable means, Franklin?
Reusable.
Something that's reusable. What else? Avery? Water. So they are resources that can be replaced. So give me some examples of some resources that we have on Earth that can be replaced. What can be replaced? Franklin? Plastic. Franklin? Plants. Because if we use up some plants, can't we plant more?
Yes, ma'am.
By how? By growing
Seeds.
By growing seeds. Paxton.
Reusable cans.
Reusable cans. Trinity. Stuff you recycle. What are the 3 R's when we're talking about recycle? Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Gatlin.
There's like metal. It's like scrap metal.
Scrap metal. Jesse.
Arrows.
Okay. What else? Lily.
Hand-me-downs.
Hand-me-downs. Okay.
I get those a lot.
So some examples of renewable natural resources are trees, animals, water, wind, and sunlight. So if renewable is something that can be replaced, what is non-renewable? Something that you can't replace. A limited resource. So give me some examples of non-renewable resources. What can we not replace? Jesse?
My dog.
Okay. Olivia?
My dead cats.
Okay. Gatlin? Oil. What else? Trinity. Okay. Coal. What else? Oh my goodness. Yes. The sun. So some non-renewable resources include natural gas, coal, and oil. So I want you to think about this. This is our big thinking question. Why is it important for us to learn how to conserve or save some of Earth's natural resources? Think about it. Don't say it. Think about it. Why is this important for us to learn about? Why should we learn how we can conserve or save some of Earth's natural resources? How can it help us? Don't say it. When you have it, and don't say it. Don't say it. When you have an answer, I want you to turn and talk to your partner about your answers. Why is it important for us to learn how to save Earth's natural resources? What do you think? What do you think? Why is it important for us to learn how to save some of Earth's resources? Okay, raise your hand if you want to share. Paxton, listen to Paxton. Shh. Paxton has the floor. Listen. So we can learn how to reuse things and save the world from pollution. Trinity. So we can survive, Bracklin.
So we don't use too much of something that can't be reused.
Yes, Jesse.
To live off of it.
Yes, Drake. Listen.
So we can learn to not use as much of it.
Yes, so we can learn not to use as much. Olivia.
So we can go outside, get a jar, and collect everything that we need.
Yes, Gatlin.
So Earth doesn't die.
So Earth doesn't die.
So
Jacob.
we know what things pollute the earth and don't pollute the earth.
Yes, Lily.
Stop using it.
Okay.
Stop.
Luke.
Stop using stuff to use wisely.
Yes, Jesse.
To where we don't die.
Yes, Franklin.
So that we know that we have to use less and that some things can't be replaced.
And some things can't be replaced. Okay. So it is very important for us to learn about Earth's natural resources so we can know what resources are limited and unlimited, and so we don't use up all the limited resources.
We couldn't see that.
I know, I'm sorry. Okay, so what does the word conserve mean? When we're conserving Earth's natural resources. The video talked about it a little bit. Tell me, Jacob.
When we're like not using it and we're like it and
So if we're not using it, we're what? We are
saving
it. So if we're conserving Earth's natural resources, we are saving
keeping
it.
it in a safe place.
Okay, listen.
World War V.
Listen, okay, so a lot of animals, where do they get most of their water from? A river, a pond, a creek. So what would happen if I went out and I used up all the water in a creek? What would happen to those animals?
They
They wouldn't have any water, right?
would lead to us to die.
Yes.
They'd be dehydrated.
Okay, so listen. What are some ways we can conserve or save water? Think about some things we can do at home. The video talked about it just a little bit. Raise your hand. Cherokee, tell me.
Not take a shower.
Not take long showers or baths, okay? Jesse?
If the water's still running, you can't stop it.
Okay. Trinity? How can we save water?
You know what happens?
Don't wash them as long. Okay, Franklin?
Turn the water off when you're brushing.
Turn the water off when you're brushing your teeth. Avery? Use it wisely, Bracklin.
Turn the electricity off.
Turn the electricity off when you're not using it.
All
Alright, stop. So we can conserve water at home by turning water off while we're brushing our teeth, taking short baths or showers, and we can install water-saving shower heads. So we can install shower heads that don't use as much water. Did y'all know that? Okay, so think about how can we conserve our soil. Think about when you're planting a garden. How can we make sure that soil is healthy so we can grow lots of vegetables? Raise your hand. What'd you say? Put fertilizer, Franklin.
Take the weeds out.
Take the weeds out, Bracklin.
Put water in it every day.
Water it every day. Lily.
Don't use weed killer.
Don't use weed killer. Jacob.
To make Levi get back to his feet. You said turn the partner. You'll put those white.
Okay. So listen, we can help conserve healthy soil by practicing crop rotation, which means we can plant different vegetables each year so that the soil can stay healthy and not get tired of just growing one type of plant. So if we grow just tomatoes one year, Would we need to grow tomatoes the next year? We would need to change it up. So what else could we plant rather than just tomatoes? Cucumbers, carrots, potatoes,
Eat potato.
watermelons.
Cabbage.
Okay, so another thing we can do, listen, we can use cover crops. Cover crops are plants that grow in between our little, like, tomato plants to protect them, to keep them away from bugs and from getting too much sun or too much water. And we can add compost or fertilizer. What is fertilizer?
Chicken poop.
Yes.
Chicken poop.
But we can put that in our flower beds or our gardens, and the plants can take up all those nutrients and they can be healthy.
What if I just put a potato skin?
So think about, does anybody raise cows? Does anybody have cows? So think about when we're growing ryegrass, and we're growing that big, pretty green grass, what do we have to use? We have to plant the seeds, but we also have soil, but what do we put in the soil? We just talked about it.
Chicken poop.
Fertilizer.
If that cow had a baby and its ears are like this.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Okay, so listen. So we're going to pretend that this cup is full of water, but our water is turned off. So we're going to pretend the whole thing is full of water. Can y'all pretend with me? Pretend the whole thing is full of water. Listen. We are going to pretend that all of Earth's water is in this little cup. Yes, all of it. So, but most of Earth's water, it's not just fresh water, is it? Some of it's, what kind of water's in the ocean? Salt water. So do we drink salt water?
Yes.
No. We don't drink it on a regular basis, do we? No. So if this water contained all the water on earth, so fresh water and salt water, can we use a lot of it to drink? To drink? No, because it's salt water.
But they just pick up the salt. What if we
All right, so listen. So this whole thing is full of water. If I take half of it out, if I pour half of it out, it's going to represent all the fresh water that's on Earth. A lot of this water is found in glaciers and frozen lakes. So if half of this cup is full of fresh water, can we use it?
Yes.
Can we use it to drink it?
Yes. Yes. If you had a filter.
What'd you say?
It's got a filter.
Yes, we would have to filter this water, so we couldn't really drink it, could we? We'd have to filter it first. So if I took out, we're going to say 2 tablespoons. So if I got a spoon and I took out 2 little scoops. So the water's going to be right about to here. Y'all see this line right here? So this is going to represent the water that is available for human use on the whole earth. This much.
That's only 25%.
I know. That's the water that we can use to drink.
That's the whole earth.
Yes.
But you gotta think about it. We can also use salt water because
We could. Okay, so now, y'all see I have my bag of apples. Y'all been dying to know what it's for.
Wait, is
So-
it eating it? No, it's a battery.
No, listen. So this was a whole apple, right?
Yeah.
So if I cut the apple into 4 pieces, I would have 4 whole pieces, right?
Yes.
That would be 4/4 if we did it in a fraction, right? Because 4/4 represents 1 whole. So if I take one of the pieces away, if I take one of the fourths away, what would the fraction be?
3/4.
3/4. So 3/4 is going to represent how much water takes up Earth. So then, the 1/4 that I took away is going to represent how much land is on Earth. That's not a lot, is it?
No.
3/4 is water. Only 1/4 is land. So listen. So if I took my fourths and I cut them into 8s, y'all see my 8s? So 1/8, this right here, is going to represent the land that we cannot farm. So the remaining slices, y'all see all the other slices? It's going to represent the land that we live on. So this little 1/8 is going to represent the land we cannot live on and we cannot farm. So if I cut the 1/8 into smaller pieces, which is what I have right here, these 3 are going to represent land that is too dry for us to grow vegetables.
Wow.
And then the remaining pieces is going to be how much we have left.
That's not
Soil that's good that we can grow vegetables. That's not a lot, is it? It's not a lot, is it? This is the dry land, and this is the soil we have left to grow vegetables.
That's only 5 acres.
It's not a whole lot, is it, compared to the big 4ths that we had, right? So that's why do y'all see why it's so important for us to take care of the soil and conserve the water that we have? So now we're going to do a little Venn diagram. We're going to compare. Remember, we talked about renewable and non-renewable resources, right? So I want y'all to do a little Venn diagram with me before we play our blue gift. What time is it? So I need y'all to pay close attention.
We can only write 7 things.
I know. We're not going to write full sentences on here.
Well, I know. That's not just like write 7 things. What you mean?
We're just going to write a few things.
Wow.
We don't have enough room to write big, complete sentences.
I'll just write a word.
All right, so put your name on your paper and give me a thumbs up when you've got your name on it.
No.
I should be seeing everybody's thumbs.
It's 87.
Let me get my pen because we're going to write together. All right, does everybody have their name on the paper? Awesome. Okay, let's look at this circle right here. What's the name above it? So we're going to write renewable, examples of renewable resources in this bubble. What words is up here? Non-renewable. So we're going to write examples of non-renewable resources. So what does, you see where the circles overlap?
That's both.
Say it again. We're going to write what they have in common, where they overlap. Does everybody see that on their paper? Okay.
That's clear.
All right. So what does renewable mean when we're talking about renewable resources? They can be, say it again. They can be reused. So what are some examples of some renewable resources? Water. Plants. What else?
Solar.
Solar energy.
That's what it said. Solar.
What else? Water, plants, trees. So whatever I write on the board, I need you to write on your paper. So water, plants, solar energy, trees. What else? Animals. Can y'all think of anything else? Humans, okay. Humans can be reusable.
It's the same.
Food. Can y'all think of anything else?
Nope.
All right. So, give me a thumbs up when you've got those written down. Air.
Oh.
Now, air is going to be more non-renewable.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Shouldn't humans go into both non-renewable and renewable?
So humans can kind of be
It
both.
is.
Okay.
We breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide, but plants sometimes do the opposite and sometimes do the same thing.
Right. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you've got all this written down on your Venn diagram. I'm waiting on some thumbs. Let me see them. All right, so if renewable is things that can be used again. Oh, we forgot one. I think or Lily said it. Lily, what did you say earlier about renewable? You said
air.
not air,
Animal.
not animals. Think about what we wear.
Clothes.
Clothes.
Hand-me-downs.
Clothes are hand-me-downs.
But animals aren't always renewable.
You need those clothes now.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So if renewable is things that can be used again, what is non-renewable?
Things that can't be used.
Things that can't be used. So what are some things that can't be used?
Coal, gas.
Oil,
Oil, gas.
coal. Oh, that was terrible. I wrote that terrible.
Air. Gas.
So oil,
Gas.
coal, gas,
Air.
air. What else?
The sun.
Humans.
Bones. Oh, wait, there's another one for renewable.
Humans.
What?
Bones. They're the same.
Wind. Okay.
Bones. You can use them as bone meal for.
You think the sun is non-renewable? Okay.
Yeah, you can
I mean,
do
we
that.
can't even get to it. If the sun
Tell
goes
Olivia
down,
you can use bones as fertilizer.
Yeah, we could.
I think you can if you like crush them up really good.
What about dinosaur bones?
Yeah.
Wait, I wouldn't want to do that because they're
Okay, so what else is non-renewable? Can y'all think of anything else?
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide.
That's a lot. Animals are reusable. Carbon dioxide. Well, I can eat animals, so that's non-renewable.
What else? Oil, coal, gas, air, sun, carbon dioxide. Olivia?
Heads.
Jessie, help her out. Now plants, they're renewable.
But if the soil goes bad, they go bad.
So, do we think about soil. Jessie made a good point. Would soil be renewable or non-renewable?
Non-renewable.
Renewable.
You think it would be both? Okay. So tell me why soil can be renewable. We can reuse it,
But
can't we?
if it goes bad, the plants and trees will go bad, and it will be non-renewable.
Yes, so it would kind of be both. So let's put soil in the middle. So if we think they can kind of be both.
Doesn't that mean the plants are both? Because if no soil, no plants.
But we can't reuse plants like once plants die. Do you think we could reuse them?
Yes, you
Yeah.
could. Because if you had a seed, you could reuse.
Okay, so let's put plants in the middle.
Soil.
So what about fertilizer? Do you think fertilizer is kind of both?
Yes. It's literally.
Okay, so let's put fertilizer in the middle.
It kind of went out to bed for me.
Kind of. So what do non-renewable and renewable resources have in common? What do you think they have in common?
They're both renewable and non-renewable. We can
Okay.
both use them.
So we can use them, so you can put we can use them. So what else? What else do they have in common, do you think?
I don't have any more.
It's okay. You can flip it over on the back if you want to. So aren't they both resources? Do you think they're both resources?
There's a limited amount.
There is a limited amount.
And also,
Some of them are limited and some of them are non-limited. So let's put resources in the middle. They're both resources. Do you think a lot of them come from Earth?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
All of them do.
All of them do?
No, they don't.
Not the solar energy, but everything besides the solar energy, it can come from Earth, right? So we can put they can come from Earth. A lot of them come from Earth. If you don't have enough room, you can flip it over on the back.
I'm just writing until I go to the bottom of this.
Wonderful. So, do these resources, how do they help us? Do they
Keep us alive.
keep us alive? That's exactly what I was thinking. So we can put they can keep us alive. What else? We can use them. They're resources. They come. Some of them come from Earth, or most of them come from Earth. They keep us alive. Can y'all think of anything else?
Some come from the sun.
Some come from the sun. Okay.
Want humans to go in the middle because soil plants? Because soil plants go bad. Soil goes bad, plants go bad.
Wait.
Animals go extinct, and then we go extinct.
I love it. Okay. Make sure you have your name on your Venn diagram, and I want you to pass them to the front. Pass them to the person on your front row. Just pass them up. Yes, go ahead and get on your page and go on to blue Quietly. This is still part of the lesson. We'll eat our snack in just a second. Maybe.
You know, you can do on Saturday. I'm looking.
Yeah, we might. Because I don't think we're going outside today because it's a little chilly. Yes.
I don't know where the badges are. And I know my Sanrio character, so I'll get that one. Where's my
Oh, it's my login.
Everybody knows that you eat everything.
That's Chromebook 90. Well, that's a Chromebook that says Miss Wood on it. He sees that he eats it. No. Miss Wood's on it. It says Miss Wood.
I eat me favorite.
Wait, who grabbed it?
I grabbed it.
I got yours.
Nova. I'll put that.
Mine and yours were connected together. I think mine here.
Blue cat. Anyways, my mouse is
I need each my big cat.
You're a blue cat. I'm a Scooby-Doo.
Quietly.
You're way back where I am.
No,